Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Shift the State. Today we're in the garage and we're going to talk a little bit about the State of the Union Bike Show that's going to be happening September 21st at Tilted Kilt in Prince George. We're going to talk a little bit about how it got started and what we're doing for 2024. So let's go ahead and get this video started. First things first, let's go ahead and talk about the State of the Union Bike Show and how it got started. Our first annual event kicked off in 2023, and it was an idea of mine that I wanted to do. I've always wanted to do a bike show. I did the bike nights. I had fun with that and had some pretty good success. And I really wanted to bring the community together for like an end of the year kind of like blowout thing. And I've always wanted to do a bike show, and I figured, well, you only live once. Let's go ahead and take a swing at it. And I'm glad I did. It turned out really good. We had I'd say about 400 to 500 people come out. Well, we'll say 400 to 500 bikes. 400 to 500 bikes come out, and we had a good show. Probably about 30 bikes that entered into the show, and then we had our slow roll competition. We had our burnout competition. The burnout competition for me was my favorite part. I mean, those guys really put on a great show. We had everybody out there having a good time. The slow roll competition got very competitive, and everybody got out there and just really competed. We had good vendors who stepped up, came out, Cycle Gear, Renegades. I mean, it was just a whole line of people. And then even vendors that showed up that I didn't even know were showing up, but showed up. And we did our best to accommodate everyone in the little parking lot that we had. But on top of that, we had good sponsors like Tom McGrath, Tom McGrath Law Group, Law Tigers. We had Redline that year. They sponsored us. So this year we're hoping for a whole lot more. But so we had a good time, and I'm gonna make sure like I pop in a couple of good clips in here. Maybe they're already up and showing, but show you some of the pictures from last year, how how it all went down, and what a great time it really was. So with all that, hopefully you've seen the pictures, but now let's go ahead and talk about for 2024 what we got going on, the dates and all that stuff, what's to be expected. So let's go ahead and flip over to that. All right, so for 2024, this is what we got going on. Give me one sec, now look at my notes. Bear with me. So, the State of the Union Bike Show going on for 2024 is going to be kicking off September 21st, 11 to 6 p.m. at Tilted Kilt once again. We got two main sponsors going on right now, and big shout out to them and a big thank you to them. First off, Tom McGrath's Law Group. They'll be actually sponsoring all the awards that we have right back here, and I'll talk about those in just a second. Then we got Law Tigers stepping up. They're a big sponsor. They're going to be helping out. So, like I said, September 21st, 11 to 6 p.m. Well, 11 a.m. to 6 p.m., we'll say that, at Tilted Kilt in Prince George. All the information will be down below, and hopefully I can drop a link down there so you can click it and get all the information you need. Let's go ahead and talk about the vendors that we got set up so far. Still working on it, but so far. Our first vendor is Prince George, Virginia CERT. They're actually going to be raising funds for Reefs Across America, which is a good cause that I like to support, and it's also a good ride out to go to and help out on. But we'll talk more about that in just a second when we go to talk about the Virginia Revolution Run. That's to come. So our next vendor would be Tom McGrath's Law Group. They're going to, again, one of our main sponsors. They're going to be one of our main vendors. Law Tigers is going to be set up there, probably in full force too. Again, they're one of our sponsors, and they're going to be coming out as a main vendor. We got Daffodil Boutique coming out there, setting up for the ladies. And then we got Renegades Classics Leather. They're going to be coming out there. Charlie, great guy. He actually won our Community Leader Award last year, so big shout out to him, and thank him for coming out again. We also have Colonial Harley-Davidson. They're going to be stepping up and coming out to put on a good show. Then we got Gigi's Corner. It's another booth set up for the ladies because we got to make sure we're looking out for everybody. Then we got Cycle Gear coming out, so that should be good. Then we got a new vendor, Wheels Indeed. That's Wheels in, the letter N, and the letter D, Wheels. I believe they're like t-shirts and stuff like that, graphic design, so looking forward to seeing what they bring out. And then a good friend of mine, we got Art by Red coming out. He does like graphic arts and stuff like that. And then hopefully we can squeeze in a couple of more vendors, still talking to a few people, and we only got a couple of spots left, so if you're interested, The email's down below. Feel free to email us. But again, it's a small venue, so spots are going to fill up quick. It's free setup because this to me is about bringing the community together. So free setup, no charge. The only stipulation is if you say you are coming and you cancel on us, you know, I say like a 48-hour window or whatever, before whatever, or before that 48-hour window, if you cancel on us or whatever, you probably won't be invited back next year. Next thing I want to go ahead and just kind of cover is the Bike Show Awards. So the Bike Show Awards, if you want to enter your bike into the contest, if you think your bike has what it takes to be part of the show, take home an award, one of these awards right back here, well, you can come in and sign up. We are doing sign up the day of just to kind of make it roll. So you show up, get there by at least 10, yeah, I'd say about like 9, 10 o'clock to go ahead and start doing your signups. We'll have more information dropping about that. Get signed up, get into the show, but here are the awards as followed. First award, we got Best of Show, then we got Best Harley, Best Indian, Best Import, Best Bagger, Best Garage Built, Best Old School, Best Touring, Best Paint, and then those are all the categories, or I'll say classes, for the bikes. We also have, and again, I'll be dropping more information about how to vote on this, but we're going to have awards for Best Dealership, Best Local Shop, Best Mechanic, and a Community Leader. And then again, we're also going to have awards given out for the Slow Roll competition and the Burnout competition. So plenty of awards to go out and take home, and one of those awards could go home with you. So again, it's September 21st, Tilt-A-Kilt, Prince George, 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. Come out, have a good show. We're going to have a DJ out there pumping out music. Tilt-A-Kilt, definitely bringing all the food and all that. I'm trying to convince some people to come together and see if we can get a dunk tank out there, because the dunk tank is always a big hit, and the Tilt-A-Kilt girls love to jump in that, and the guys love to throw their money at, you know, just throwing some balls and make it a dunk, I guess. So it's going to be a good time. I invite everybody out. Let me go ahead and show you the awards. These are the awards for this year, basically just like they looked last year. All blacked out with a little bit of chrome there, we'll say. But these are all sponsored by Tom McGrath Law Group. They cover the cost of all the awards. Big thank you to them. We got the logo up here, the year. This is Best of Show. And then we have all the other categories too that you can sign up for. Also got a couple little stickers left over from last year. I got 2 cups and stuff, but I'm trying to hang on to those because I really like them myself. But a whole box of awards. I think there's about 15 or 16, I lost count, categories that we got there, but one of these could be yours. So I got a couple of t-shirts left from last year too. I didn't get any more made this year. Funds are a little tight, but it's going to be a good show, and I look forward to seeing you all there. Now let's move on to the segment of the next day. So for September 21st, that's the big bike show. I wanted to create a action-packed weekend for all the riders. So everybody coming out September 21st, stick around, because September 22nd, Saturday bike show, Sunday we're doing a ride out. And the ride out is our Virginia Revolution run. This is probably our 5th one we've done, and it just gets better and better every year, depending on the weather, of course. But it's a great ride. If you're from this area, it's actually on the 5 and Dime. The way I normally like to do the Virginia Revolution run is go out on the 5 and Dime, but also go along the Colonial Parkway. But with the construction going on the Colonial Parkway right now, that's not possible. So this year, we're just going to make a run down Route 10 and then come back up 5, going across the ferry, the bridge. It's a great ride. Like I said, if you're from this area, I know a lot of us have already done that ride many times, but it's a beautiful, fun ride. And I'm trying to make this a good ride out to close out the season and see how many people we can actually get together, how big of a group we can make this for everybody to go out, ride together, have a good time. So we teamed up with the Prince George CERT team, and we're going to be working with them to make this ride out a little bit more meaningful, along with bringing the community together. And we're going to be doing $20 donations to join into the ride. So those $20 would be used to purchase wreaths for Wreaths Across America, to, you know, when they go to place the wreaths on the graves of soldiers. So I think it's a good cause, and I like to support it myself, and I'm hoping we can all pull together and do something good. So that's Saturday, September 21st will be the bike show, and then Sunday, September 22nd will be the ride out for the Virginia Revolution Run. It's going to be a great time, and I hope to see everybody there. It's for a good cause. And again, bike show, plenty of awards, plenty of music, vendors still coming. If you'd like to set up for any of this, feel free to email us at the email below. Questions, concerns, let me know. Forgive me for being in front of the camera. I usually just like to do my motor vlogs, so this is very stressful for me, but I'm doing the best I can. I wanted to kind of cover this and hopefully create a huge turnout for this bike show, because it is something that, you know, I work really hard on all year long. Very proud of it, and I'm hoping this year goes really good so we can make some attention for ourselves, and I would like to do a even bigger venue next year, or an even bigger event next year. Hopefully we can get the right attention and make it happen, because here in Central Virginia I don't see a whole lot of huge bike shows, and maybe this is something we can make happen. So thank you guys for watching. Do me a favor, hit the subscribe button, share this video, tell your friends about the event, come out and join us. It's going to be a good time. All are welcome. Doesn't matter what you ride, just come out, have a good time. We're, you know, the biker community is one big community. Let's join in together, and again, have a good time. Thank you for watching. I'll catch you next time.
Oh, oh, oh.